I was a really shy kid, and I figured like doing speech and debate would help push me out of the shell. So I've been a part of like a speech team since I was like in 8th grade in high school. So when I got here, it was just like a club that I was already searching for. And so when I found it and met the people, it was super, it really connected with me, made me feel connected to the campus as a whole. My name is Brianna Jones. I am a sophomore here at Northwest, and I participate in the Speaking Bearcats.
My name is Natalie Cote, and I am a sophomore. I've been on the Speaking Bearcats speech and debate team for 2 years at this point, and I plan on doing it all 4.
So Speaking Bearcats is the on-campus like speech and debate team. So we do just we go to different types of tournaments across the U.S. That just involve us going out for public speaking or like things that are typically like acting or intern pieces. We're given like a quote and we have 7 minutes to write the speech and perform it. So a lot of the examples are something that I found over the summer, like strolling through Twitter or Facebook, and it's just like, oh, this would be interesting to talk about. So I have like a booklet of just different examples that I go through and try to get them memorized before I go in. And then when I'm up there, I try to find different examples that will go with the topic or quote that I have.
Activity that we do is called forensics. It's just competitive speech, essentially. So we go out several weekends a semester, and we prepare speech events or acting events, and we perform them in competition, and may the best speaker win. And so it's kind of a cool opportunity to get a chance to like internally perfect your own speaking skills, but also do it on like in a competitive environment. So it's really cool.
It's a lot of pressure, honestly, because everyone who came before us were extremely successful, and is still trying to like figure it out because we're a younger team this year. So still trying to like still trying to live up to the expectations of what was set before us, and yeah, it's a fun time.
I think, especially when you get scholarship money to compete, there is that little bit of like, oh, I have to put extra in, but I also really, really love what I do, and so there is that kind of like, well, I don't just want to, half-ass it or something. I don't want to give, 50% or 70%. Like, you want to give everything that you have, and that can be challenging when it comes to like you giving everything you have to this, but also, oh wait, I have classes and tests and friends I probably should see, and so I think it's definitely been a work in progress in terms of like I can't spend 7 or 8 hours after practice on Monday at 5 just I have to go home and I have to eat and so it's always a little bit of a struggle to balance that. And to answer your question, I haven't quite figured it out. It's kind of as you go. I'm hoping that by senior year hopefully I'll have a grasp on everything is just perfectly balanced, but I don't know, I just love it so much that it's hard to kind of reel it back sometimes.
The dedication sometimes, at least an hour a day is what I try to aim for, but with college and trying to balance everything else, that becomes very difficult. So trying to find that easy like middle point to like being a successful person while also having a social life is quite a challenge at times. So Brian Swafford is absolutely amazing. When I first met him, I was like, I don't think this is going to work out. But as I've grown to know him, he's definitely helped me become more of who I am and helped me like find my voice and like being more open with who I am and not just trying to like shelter it in. And for that, I'm always grateful for him for it.
You have to meet him. He's a really funny guy, like larger than life character, I would say. But I think he does a really good job of making everybody feel included, and making everybody feel like this is our team, not like, oh, is you guys over there, you're not really. No, everybody that comes to meetings, everybody that competes, everybody is a part of this, speech family that we have. And he, like I said, if you're willing to put in the work, he's willing to put in the work with you. And so, which is really great, because sometimes, if you're really passionate and, you have a coach that's maybe like, whatever, we'll see what, that can, be a detraction and kind of, hurt a little bit, but he's definitely not that way. If I'm like, hey, we need to get this edit done, he's like, okay, let's get the edit done, and so it's really great to have him. It was funny, he was saying, he's like, oh, I'm not really a cheerleader, and I'm like, no, he's not the kind of person that's just like, all right, everybody, good job, but at the same time, like, if you do good, he'll, he makes sure to let you know that he's proud of you, and so it's a really rewarding thing to have somebody like that leading the team, and I wouldn't have anybody else.
So Swaff, when it comes to his leadership, style, he doesn't talk about us winning trophies or even puts that pressure on us. Like every time I've ever got into finals, all he said was, just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be fine. And I think his real relaxed tone and not even thinking about winning first or winning the tournament really helps us just focus on what we need to do for them, and then the results show at the very end.
Everyone starts in the same slate, and there's no shame in not being perfect the first time around, which is what's great about it, because like there's events that I haven't tried yet that I'm nervous about, and I've been doing this for 6 years. So it's, you know, it's if I'm nervous about doing, you know, a certain event, then there's, you know, there's no reason that anybody else should, you know, feel upset about being nervous to step into that. And also, you know, just not be afraid to take that, you know, take that leap and give it a shot. It's not for everybody, you know, it is a lot of work, but if you kind of catch that, you know, the bug, you know, it's a really like fun thing to do with your time, and I think it's really worth it.